last couple of days have been pretty rough. Of course, as soon as my leg has healed, I've gotten this like weird sinus issue going on. It's been harder to breathe, been a little bit more fatigued, and I'm just sick. I don't know if it's like true sick or just allergies, but I've just been in bed for the last couple of days and I'm just like itching to move. Right now, I'm just staying at home, taking a couple days off from work, trying to recover the best that I can. I'm getting really fidgety, getting really bored. And so I was like, you know what, might as well just like bust out some pull-ups. I brought out the bar back there and I'm just gonna give it a shot. Just wanna do a little bit of something, you know? Really interesting because like I never rep pull-ups just to do pull-ups, and so I'm finding that there's definitely a break in form after those 5 reps. So I started with 10 reps per every set with about a minute to 2 minutes of rest in between, but because there's a breakdown in my form, I'm actually limiting that down to 5 reps. I was getting pretty winded, but on this last go, I just like had a second wind and it felt like really good. It's really interesting, you know, like spicing up the exercises, putting in something different feels fun and like kind of re-energizing because you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what's gonna happen, and all you can do is really just try your best and have fun with it. So goal is to get to 100 pull-ups. I feel re-energized. We're gonna try to go for it. Gonna try to go for it. After that lovely ride through Seattle, we made it to Upper Walls. We're back here again. It's one of my favorite places to visit. I was a little bit hesitant in just how I was going to perform, especially with me just being so congested still. It was really tough for me to breathe, and I was honestly going through some really big mental battles. I don't know what it was. It was just like the feeling of not breathing made me feel like I wasn't gonna be able to perform at all and do what my body can do. And to my surprise, I started on this orange as one of my harder routes, and I just felt so confident with every move. Even with my breathing being not the best, I was still able to confidently move to every single hold and be pretty specific. About an hour or two long later, I did my 100. I'm not gonna lie, it took longer than a minute breaks in between, but you know, at least I actually did the 100 pull-ups. That was fun. I'm still really congested. I need to stop being sick. Let me know if there's anything that you guys take to help yourself not get sick and what I can do to stop getting sick so I can keep training. That's all I want to do. That's all I want. But hopefully within the next shot, you'll see some more climbing because I know that's what you guys are here for. So good luck, future Caed. I did want to try something that I wasn't going to want to try. And so I found this orange slab. Orange circuit is usually the circuit that I know I can do just about every single problem in. So I knew I just had to work through it mentally, and honestly, physically, I felt like, yes, I could do this problem. Today was definitely a mental day more than anything. So I didn't originally get that start, but after watching Lewis rock through it, he put his arm lower to the volume to really help center himself. I noted that and really wanted to try it myself, and what do you know? My hips were completely out of the wall, but I felt so happy that I was getting so much closer. And now I know that I can reach that hold. It's just a matter of standing up a little bit taller. And I got my foot to the platform, and now I am super locked in. I know I can do this problem. I just have to do it. This problem was so aesthetically pleasing. I was so excited to get my fingers on it. I did notice that it was a black circuit problem, but it did look a little bit softer and something that I could work through fairly fast. And so I gave it a good ol' attempt. From here, I reached up to that volume. I had a little bit of a foot slip, but I knew that I secured the flash. I was pretty impressed with myself. Granted, I had a pretty bad mental day. Towards the later half of the session, went on the tension board with Charlie, and I had him try out the problem that I set in the last video. Be sure to go check that out. And of course, he sends it, flashes it, and crushes it. I knew I had to also send this problem. It was something that was definitely within my scope. I was well warmed up for it, and so I gave it my all. I love that high foot, reaching all the way out to that left hold and securing the set. Charlie also got to hop on the first problem that I set, called Wet Hippo. This was originally a V3 at about 30 degrees, and we were trying it at 40, and this was definitely a different beast at this level. Before we get into more sends and ultimately more falls, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that's been watching these videos. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed, and if you haven't, click that subscribe button. I'm gonna keep posting, keep following my journey, and I hope that I can support your climbing journey as well. At the end of the day, we're all trying to get better, and it's always better to do it together than doing it alone. Let's get back to the video. The following sessions within the week went very interesting. It all started with this purple problem, which was a bit harder than I was anticipating. And I feel like that's pretty much a trend with this problem on this terrain. It was really fun to work through, and it really taught me the expectations sometimes just don't meet the reality of the climbs. And that's really what happened throughout this whole entire room. The sets were hard. That is okay, and that's really good for me to continue to learn about my body and about my movement, just like I was about to realize on this orange problem. I threw so many attempts at it, but ultimately I just could not secure that last hold. But I did get it a couple days later, but I didn't get to film it. Let me know if you want to see that in the next video. After that purple and after that orange, I moved on to black. It had a really interesting start, and I was really trying to just reach to that bar on that volume. Ashley had a really good idea on how to get there. I then tried the move, and it felt really secure. So once I grabbed onto that hold, I was trying to reposition myself to then grab that bar, but my legs just dropped again. The reason why I dropped my legs is because I didn't want to go for that reach. I didn't want to commit to it, but I knew that it had to be done. So I tried it again, and I went for it. I was so close to hitting the move. I know I can hang there, I just have to commit. After securing the move, it was all about keeping my composure and getting to the top. And then this happened. I ran out of time that day, and so I had to cut my session short. But of course, I came back the next day to complete it. Something that I really want to change about myself is my mentality. I don't want to give up. I want to continue trying these problems. I have this problem of getting to the last hold and always dropping it, but this was a time that I told myself, no, I am not going to drop this. I told myself before the climb, I am not going to give up. I am not dropping the last hold anymore. This was the first attempt of the session, and it went really well. Not only did this spark my own confidence of myself, but it was also sparking that inner fight that I knew that I had within myself. As the Sounders like to say,
nice. Yeah.
That send led to a great session. I moved on to this dyno black circuit problem and got it within 3 attempts. That felt so good. This one I really had to fight for. I was so uncomfortable on the holds, but I continued to push through. The problem on the right was a fun flag, and it was a pretty simple move to the last hold. It was just a matter of keeping tension. Hope you guys have a good day, have a great session, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.